back to Inside Ultimate. Today I have a brand new series for y'all. It's called Top 5 Bottom 5. Here's how Top 5 Bottom 5 works. I give the top 5 teams in the league in my opinion, then I give the worst 5 teams in the league in my opinion. So that's all there is to it. Let's hop right into this video. Alright, coming at number 5 on my top 5 list is Colorado Summit. They are currently 8-4. Their best wins have come against Minnesota and Oakland. Besides that, they've been struggling. They've lost to Salt Lake twice. They've lost to Oakland once. They've lost to New York once. But I will say both their losses to Salt Lake have only been by 1 goal each. So that's really good considering how good Salt Lake is this year. So they're coming at number 5 because they have 4 losses, but all 4 of their losses have been to really good teams. Besides Oakland, Oakland's they're a really good team, but they're not quite at the level of Salt Lake or New York yet. So they're coming at number 5 for me. All right, coming at number 4 for me is Atlanta Hustle. They're currently 9-2. Their only losses have come to New York in a very close game, and they've also lost to Carolina once. But their most impressive wins this season have come against Carolina twice, and they've beaten Austin once. So I think Atlanta's having a great season. I think they're the 4th best team in the league. I definitely think they're better than Colorado. Colorado's just not had the most impressive season. They've had some very close games with Shred, which is really why they're in the spot they're at. But I'm going to have the Atlanta Hustle over Colorado. So yeah, Atlanta at number 4. Alright, coming at number 3 on my top 5 list is the DC Breeze. They're currently 8-3. Their only losses have been to New York twice and Carolina once. Their only really impressive win has come against the Carolina Flyers once. They did have a very close loss to New York Empire in overtime. Um, so that's definitely a big positive for them. I think that's really why I'm putting them here at number 3 on my list. Um, they got a lot of talent in the off season, but it just hasn't really come together fully yet. It doesn't seem like. I feel like with all the talent they added, and with almost being New York last year in the division championship game, they should be able to beat New York, but they haven't been able to do that yet. Perhaps if they meet up in the East Divisional Championship game, maybe they'll be able to pull that off. But right now, I'm going to have them at number 3 on my top 5 list. Our commitment number 2 is the Salt Lake Shred. They are currently 11-1. Their best wins have been against Colorado twice and Oakland twice. Only loss has been to New York this season, so they're a phenomenal team. They're doing really well. Definitely much more consistent than teams like uh, Atlanta or DC or Colorado, teams like that. And they've obviously proven that they're better than Colorado. So yeah, that's why I'm at number 2. And yeah, let's get into number 1 now. Alright, coming at number 1 is the New York Empire. They are 11-0. They've beaten Colorado, Salt Lake, Atlanta. They've beaten DC twice. They're just a phenomenal all-around team, so they definitely deserve the number 1 spot on my rankings. Alright, so I have Montreal as the 5th worst team in the league right now because, well, they're 0-10. They have no wins, of course, and they've really been struggling this year. But I will say this: they're in the most difficult division in the entire league. There's not a single bad team in their division. Like, here's a division right now: New York, DC, uh, Toronto, Boston, Philadelphia. Just all of these really good teams, or just solid teams in general. So they have no easy games all season. They've had no cross divisional games. So, as a team that's just below average, they've had no chance to really play against a team that's about their level. So, unfortunately, Montreal is 0 and 10, but I definitely think if they play against a lot of these other, below average teams in the league, they would definitely beat them. So, I have them coming in at number 5, worst team in the league. All right, so the fourth worst team in the league right now is the Dallas Legion, in my opinion. They're 1 and 9. Only win has come to the Houston Havoc. They've really been struggling this season, but I will say they are improving, I think. They lost to Houston twice earlier this season, but they were just able to beat them by quite a bit this past weekend. So it definitely looks like they're improving. So definitely a team to watch for next season. But yeah, coming in as the fourth worst team in the league right now is the Dallas Legion. The third worst team in the league right now is the Houston Havoc, in my opinion. They're 2 and 9. They're not a very good team. Their only two wins have come to Dallas, and they just lost to Dallas quite a bit this past weekend. So you know they're definitely worse than Dallas and Montreal. So that's why I have them here at the third worst team in the league. In my opinion, the second worst team in the league right now is the Portland Nitro. They're 1 and 10. Their only win has come to the San Diego Growlers this past weekend. So they're really struggling, but I definitely think they have some really good players on their team. So really hoping next year they're able to really build upon this season and start to really compete more in the West Division. But right now I have them at number 2 in my rankings. All right, so I think the worst team in the league right now is the Detroit Mechanics. They're 0 and 10, and they're just really struggling. They have for a long time. If they went up against these other teams on this bottom five list, do I think they could, make it a close game for sure? Especially against, Portland. I definitely think that'd be a really close game. But right now, I'm gonna have them come in at the last spot on my bottom five list. That will conclude the first episode of Top 5 Bottom 5. Thank you all so much for watching. Really hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all next time.